Let's play a game of Noughts and Crosses. Alright VYG, so we are back with another tip. And I know we've given quite a big break to our little series called Silly Things That People Say. And actually it's an opportunity for you who are not following the series to do a little catch up. So we had a bit of a break. As you know, it was Yellow September. We were doing some work, bringing awareness to suicide and helping to campaign against suicide. So we are going to get back in with that series from next week. But we're going to extend the break a bit more for this tip, really important tip called Noughts and Crosses. And I don't know what you call it wherever you're watching from. Maybe here in Fiji you don't even call it that. I'm not sure whether you call it X's and O's or crosses and noughts. I don't know, but I'm sure you all know that game. Come on, it's one of the most basic games we learn growing up, where you get a piece of paper, you draw the lines, you make that little grid. Hopefully we have an example to show you here on the screen. So why is this tip called Noughts and Crosses? Well, I'm sure you're not really expecting us to play a literal game. And by the way, you're there on the other side of this video, so we can't play that right now. But it is a way for us to take, that simple game and actually apply it to life if we look at it with a different point of view. I'm sure you all know, if you're watching this now, that Jesus died on a cross. And also he was buried. He was buried in a tomb, and the Bible says there was a great big stone, sort of, looks like a knot, was there at the front of the tomb, keeping it sealed until he resurrected. Now, if we take that idea of the cross, what happened on the cross? Again, Jesus was crucified. But the Bible also says that we should crucify those who really want to follow Jesus, should crucify, their desires, their old self. They should crucify the sinful nature on the cross. And also those who are with Jesus, in the same way he resurrected, they will also resurrect as well afterwards, a new life, a new body there in heaven. But let's bring it really to our day-to-day life. Many people, they have this struggle with sin and temptation because they don't look at their life like a game of noughts and crosses, or this type of game that I want to invite you to start to play from now on. If you start to look at your life and everything that you do, you say, you think, as things that either need to be put on the cross or things that need to be resurrected, stone rolling away, then I'm sure you're going to find yourself more inclined, more likely to take the right types of actions. Let's give a simple example now. You're the type of person who people always come at you and say, you're very, rude, disrespectful. What do you think? Is that the type of thing that every single day, when you wake up tomorrow, you need to resurrect that type of behavior? Or is that the type of thing you need to put on the cross? I'm sure I can hear you now even answering aloud, or I can imagine you answering aloud to your screen. That's something you need to put on the cross. And then you are the type of person who isn't generally very kind, but I'm sure there has been stages in your life where you've shown acts of kindness, of love, of mercy. Now, when you wake up tomorrow, what do you think about those types of actions? You help someone who is in need. Is that the type of thing you should put on the cross, meaning get rid of that, crucify that type of behavior? Or is that something that you should, make a knot, a stone, roll it away, resurrect? I'm sure you know that you should resurrect that type of behavior. And that's just a simple way to look at life. And that's the aim of this tip. The aim of this tip isn't to tell you what's right or wrong. It's just a way for you to see things. Because that's what the Bible teaches us. The same way that Jesus was crucified on the cross and he defeated everything evil, including sin and death itself, is the same way that we should crucify everything bad in us each and every day. And again, the same way he rose from the dead, he resurrected, the stone was rolled after 3 days. Every day, we should look at things that are positive and good that we've done before and always make sure those are resurrected in us. So I hope this tip was helpful. I hope it was clear. Maybe it's going to inspire you to play a game of Noughts Crosses after not doing so for many years. I can't remember the last time I did that. But more importantly, apply this tip in the way that we passed on to you. And I know that soon you'll become the youth you were always meant to be. Until next time, take care, God bless, and get ready for silly things that people say should be back next week.